Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 3.
Yes, sir.
Day number 3 of our journey together, week 14. Day number 3, week 14 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here this evening. So let's begin. We're gonna head up properly. Today is definitely Wednesday, the 29th of November. Make sure please write down these notes. Where's Korai? Where's Korai? Korai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, make sure to take your notes properly. I know you have to leave early, so make sure you get all the notes before you go, okay? You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So today we're going to be like, at least for section 1, we're going to be looking at, for section 1, we're going to be looking at rotations and revolutions. So rotations and revolutions. All right. So when we talk about rotations and revolutions, what comes to your mind? What thing that you know rotates, right? Or has some sort of revolution around it? What comes to mind when you think about rotations?
Earth.
Earth?
The Earth.
Okay, the Earth. Okay. Anything that's more or that's nearer to you that you see probably every day or every other day?
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel, yeah, steering wheel, that rotates, right? Now, how about a clock, right? So you have clockwise rotation, and we have anti-clockwise rotation. So clockwise and anti-clockwise are ways, right, of indicating the direction of a turn. So clockwise and clockwise and anti-clockwise are ways that we could or ways that we can identify or describe, right, what type of rotation we're having. So when we say clockwise rotation, what do you think we mean by clockwise rotation? When we say anti-clockwise rotation, what do you think we mean by anti-clockwise? Anyone? What is clockwise and what is anti-clockwise? No one knows? All right, let me show you a picture. So
Clock. You say what is the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise?
yes, the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise.
All right. So clockwise basically going the correct way, and anti-clockwise is like going back.
The correct way. What do you mean by the correct way?
Going forward.
Forward. Okay. That's still sort of vague. But I
The
understand.
right.
Say it again.
Going to the right.
Going to the right.
And then
So
anti-clockwise going to the left.
okay. The left with respect to what? The right with respect to what? So if we look at these two pictures, right? Which one is going clockwise? Which one is going anti-clockwise?
The left.
That's very good. The one on the left is going what? Clockwise. And clockwise just basically means in the direction that a clock goes, or in the direction that the hands of the clock move. So this is clockwise rotation right now, right? Anti-clockwise means what? In the what?
Going backwards.
In the opposite direction as it relates to the hands of a clock. So the hands of a clock is our reference, right? So clockwise is moving in the direction of the hands of a clock and that same motion. And then anti-clockwise is going opposite to the direction of the hands of a clock. So that's what we mean. So that's what we mean when we say clockwise and anti-clockwise. So let's write that down. So clockwise direction is the same direction the hands of a clock moves. Please draw this image as well. Again, please draw this image that I have on the right. Again, make sure when you send your notes, you have this image drawn. Please draw this image that I have on the right-hand side. If you have a compass, you could use a compass to draw the circles properly. But make sure whatever you do, it's neat. So clockwise is the same direction as the hands of the same direction the hands of a clock moves. And anti-clockwise is going to be what? What is anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise direction, what is that?
The clock going backwards.
The opposite, right? The opposite direction to which the hands of a clock moves. So that's what we mean. Clockwise is you're moving in the same direction as the hands of a clock, right? Anti-clockwise, you're moving in the opposite direction of the hands of a clock, right? So, Dion, what is clockwise rotation? Or what is clockwise direction?
The direction the hand of the clock moves.
So when you move in the same direction as with the hands of a clock, right?
Yes, sir.
And Latavia, where's Latavia?
I'm here.
What do we mean by anti-clockwise direction?
The same direction which the hands of the clock move.
No,
I mean, opposite.
very good, opposite, very good, opposite direction as the hands of a clock. All right, and so clockwise and anti-clockwise direction are ways that we can indicate the direction of a turn. So we can say turn clockwise, or we can say turn anti-clockwise. And so inside of your exam, they might say something is moving in an anti-clockwise direction. You know that they're talking about what? In the direction that's opposite the direction of a clock. And if they say clockwise direction, you know they're talking about it going in the same direction as the hands of a clock, right? Does that make sense? Let me know, please. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So the thing now is that there's another word that we use for anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction is also known as,
Counterclockwise.
very good, it's also known as counterclockwise. Counterclockwise direction. Okay. So if we want a synonym for counterclockwise, we can say, so if we want a synonym for anti-clockwise, we'd say counterclockwise, right? So Gianna, what is another word that we could use for anti-clockwise direction?
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. And Ajani, what do we mean by counterclockwise direction?
Anti-clockwise.
No, what do we mean by My bad, wrong question. What do we mean by clockwise direction?
The same direction the hands of the clock moves.
Very good. The same direction the hands of the clock move. And Bethany, what do we mean by anti-clockwise direction? What's the definition of that? What do we mean by anti-clockwise direction? What's the definition of that? You have to speak into the mic.
The opposite direction of which the hands move.
Very good. The opposite direction to which the hands of a clock move. All right. All right. So that's the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise. Let me give you a moment to.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit. My Wi-Fi is freaking out.
All right. Good afternoon. So I just basically explaining the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise. So clockwise goes in the direction of the hands of a clock. Anti-clockwise goes in the opposite direction. Make sure when you are writing this, make sure draw the diagram. And I can say that, and some people stick up the
We have to
audacity.
draw the clock too, right?
Yes, draw the diagram. Yes, ma'am. On the right-hand side, draw it. Zara, do you understand the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Milan? Do you understand the difference? Milan? Where's Milan? Stene, do you understand? All right. And Samaya King, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Stacy Pender, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Shion, you understand the difference between them?
No, sir, I just reached.
Okay. So when we say clockwise direction, if you look carefully, it's just basically if you know how the hands of a clock move, that's clockwise direction, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
like that. And then anti-clockwise direction is basically the opposite way. And we say that anti-clockwise direction, we say that another word for it is counterclockwise direction. All right.
Yes, sir.
Sabria, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And Ricardo Russell, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Rashad, you get it?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So let's look at a question that involves this. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put inside.
Send it to my WhatsApp, Mr. Petit.
Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to. I'm going to take a picture of it and put inside the chat for those who are still writing. All right, so let me put inside the chat for you. For those who have not finished with the first slide, I'm going to put inside the chat. Again, for those who are not finished with it, I'm going to put it inside the slide. I mean, inside the chat. All right, so let's move on to the next slide.
No, sir. No, sir.
I said I put the photo of it inside the chat, Malik. All right. So use that photo. All right, so
Afternoon.
good afternoon. So this picture shows basically what I said earlier. So the arrows show, you don't have to draw this, you don't have to write this down. I'm just showing you. So counterclockwise is going to be in the same direction as the hands of a clock move, and the arrows show the direction. And anti-clockwise is going to be what? The opposite direction to which the hands of a clock move. All right. Again, you don't have to write this slide. So Jevin, Jennifer, not Jennifer, Janelle, Kevin, those who just arrived. I posted the first slide inside the chat for your benefit.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to this. Maybe I can say, wait. So now that we know what is clockwise direction and what is anti-clockwise direction, I think what we need to know, what we need to talk about is, we need to talk about what we mean by what a revolution. Okay, so what do we mean by one complete revolution? Okay, so we know what we mean by anti-clockwise and clockwise direction. We know what we mean by that rotation, but what do we mean by, say, a revolution, like one revolution? Like, what does that mean, and how do we like calculate it?
Every 12 hours on a clock.
Every 12 hours on a clock? Not that type of revolution. So
D,
go ahead. Go ahead.
you writing and drawing this?
No, not that slide. The one I have above is what we're doing. So let's define revolution. So revolution defined. So let's do that. So we want to define what we mean by a revolution. So when we say revolution, what we mean is a revolution now it's a revolution. Oh my goodness, something is okay, good. Revolution in math. Now this, I'm not talking about revolution in social studies or something like that. A revolution in math is a full rotation, or we say a complete 360-degree turn. Right, so please write this down. So revolution is a full rotation, right, or complete 360-degree turn. So let me show you like an image of what we mean by a revolution. So like we say a full rotation, like 360 degrees, not 180, not 60, the full turn, the full complete turn. So let me show you a image of that. I could help you to understand it. Let me see if I could find an image of it. Let me give you one. So I'm going to put it on this. I'm going to put it on the right. I'm going to put the image on the right just so you could understand what we mean by it. So and I want you to draw this image. Let me put it on this side. So if you look carefully, you see a revolution is, like we said, a complete turn. So if you look on this side, on the right-hand side, it's a complete 360-degree rotation, right? A complete turn. So you start at this point and you go all the way around. That's what we call a what? We call that one what? One revolution. Very good. So from here to here is how much degrees? From here to here, that's going to be, like we said, 90. And then from here to here, it's going to be another 90. And from here to here, it's going to be another 90. And from here to here, it's going to be another 90. And 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 gives us what?
360 degrees.
360 degrees. Good. Make sure I draw the image that's on the right-hand side, please, showing the revolution. For those who just arrived, please make sure that you have the first slide. I posted the image of the first slide. I'm going to post it again. For those who just arrived, make sure you have the first slide. So it's a complete turn. So it's the full thing. The full thing is 360. That's what we call one revolution. So in
What this is, Mr. Petit, this the clockwise or
no, this is different. This is talking about what we mean by one revolution. One revolution is a complete turn. That's a full 360 degrees. That's what we mean.
yes, sir.
All right. Now, technically, this one is going in the anti-clockwise direction, if we want to be honest with that. But when I talk about 360 degrees, I mean, this is 90, that one is 90, that one is 90, and you make like a complete, it's like basically a complete circle. And so a complete full 360 degree turn is a revolution. So in
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
yes, go ahead.
Can you explain that again, please?
Okay, so I'm saying that imagine if you so imagine if we had like use a white. So imagine if we had like a point, right? So let's say we have this, let's say this laser point, this laser beam is a point. This point travels here, here, all around, all around, all around, all around, and all around. So it basically comes right back to where it started. You understand? So
Yes, yes, sir.
it's a complete turn. It's a complete 360 degree turn because it started at one point and it came all the way back to where it started. That's a complete rotation. That's a full rotation, right? A complete 360 degree rotation. You understand what I mean?
Excuse me.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, that's what I mean by a revolution. Okay, go ahead.
I finished writing on the first slide.
Okay, good. Now you write on the second slide, which is
We
this
ain't
one.
drawing that, right?
Yes, you are drawing. I just said that.
Mr.
Draw-
Petit, I finished writing, but I ain't finished drawing on the first slide.
Okay, so in a 360 degree rotation, so in a 360 degree, let me say in a 360 degree rotation, I forgot that word. The object starts and ends in the same position. Like I demonstrated with the point, it starts and ends at the same position. So you have persons who say, oh, I am so glad I had a wonderful transformation. I had a 360 degree transformation. Well, that is not technically right, because if you have a 360 degree transformation, that means that where you start, you end up in the same place, right? So when you say, if you want to say someone had a transformation or they had a change, the best word to use is the person had a 180 degree transformation. But you can't say that they had a 360 degree transformation. That's not technically right from a mathematical perspective. But in everyday life, when people say 360 degree, they think it means, you know, a full change. So that's just language and maths colliding, but technically it's a 180 degree transformation. But either way, a full rotation is 360 degree. So the object starts at one place and it rotates, 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 and it ends in the same place that it started. So that's what I mean by a 360 degree rotation. It starts at and ends in the same position. Now, one complete turn or rotation of 360 degrees is known as a revolution. And if we think about it, how many 90 degrees do we have inside of a revolution?
4.
How many?
4.
4, very good.
4.
Very good. So we have 4 90 degrees in in a revolution. So what that means is that if we want to find out what is like 1/4 of a revolution, right? 1/4 of a revolution. 1/4 of a revolution is what? It's 90 degrees. Okay. So 1/4 of a revolution is 90 degrees. So several things that we're looking at here. Number one, a revolution is a complete turn. Number two, a complete 360-degree turn is we mean by a rotation, a full rotation, or full revolution. And number three, when we look at 1/4 of a revolution, a fourth of a revolution is 90 degrees. Okay. So if this was like a slice of pizza, we know that 1/4 of this pizza, this one is 90 degrees. And again, 1/4 of the pizza is 90 degrees. So 1/4 of a revolution, or a fourth of a complete turn, is 90 degrees. All right. So, Ricardo, what do we mean by a revolution?
If a full rotation.
Very good, a full rotation. Korai, what do we mean by a revolution in math? Korai, what do we mean by revolution in math? Hello, where's Korai?
Yes, sir.
What do we mean by a revolution in math?
A full rotation or complete 360 degree.
Very good. And Olivia, what is 1/4 of a revolution?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Where's Nathan? Nathan Higgs, are you there? Nathan Higgs, are you there? Can't hear from Nathan. Can't hear from Nathan. Malik Rule. Where's Malik Rule? Malik, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, so what is 1/4 of a revolution?
1/4 of a revolution. 90 degrees.
90 degrees, very good. And Malia Rule,
Yes, sir.
what is a revolution?
A
In
revolution is a full rotation.
very good, it's a full rotation. All right.
You still have his body?
Are you there?
Oh, just making sure you wait,
I'm
your
here.
mic was
I'm here. LeVar Brown. Where's LeVar? What is a revolution in math?
It's rotation.
What type of rotation? Half rotation, quarter rotation? What type?
360 degrees.
Okay. All right. And Latavia, if an object undergoes a 360-degree rotation, does it start and end in the same position? Latavia.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Good. Kevin, what is 1/4 of a revolution? Kevin? Kevin Hamilton, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is 1/4 of a revolution?
Fourth of a revolution is 90 degrees.
Very good, 90 degrees. Kiajane? Kiajane Bethel.
Yes.
Did you send me the notes from yesterday? Hello, Kiajane.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What do we mean by a revolution? Hello, Kiajane. Do you know what we mean by a revolution?
A revolution is a full rotation or a complete 360 degrees turn.
Very good. And Kemar? Kemar. Where's Kemar? Hello, Kemar, are you there?
I just reached the class. Hello.
Why are you not answering when I call your name?
I was trying to fix my mic.
Well, you have to hurry up, fix your mic, because there's no way I'm supposed to be calling you 5 times before you answer. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
What is 1/4 of a revolution?
It's 90 degrees.
90 degrees. And this question, anyone could answer. How many 90 degrees are in a revolution?
4.
4.
4. Very good.
4.
4. Good. Where's Prashant?
Yes, sir.
I need you to continue with the past questions. What are you on now?
Like the last question, second to last question for your purchase. I was writing the notes. Do you want me to send you this or no?
No, I need you to continue with your paper.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you need to send it before you go, please, before you leave.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we define what a revolution is, and we understand what we mean by clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So I already posted the picture inside the chat. I need you to, if you do not have this down, take this down. But I already posted the picture inside the chat for those who do not have it. So let's actually do a question that combines the two ideas together, right? So I need Dion. Can you read this question for me, please?
I didn't finish the second slide, Mr. Patel.
Oh, I posted inside the chat.
Palmer is facing west. She turns anti-clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she now facing?
Okay, read it again.
Palmer is facing west. She turns anti-clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she facing?
Is she facing? Okay, good. All right, put your answer inside the chat, what you think it's going to be. If you think it's north, put north. If you think, put N. If you think it's east, put east, put E. If you think it's south, put S. If you think it's west, put W. All right. Pamela is facing west, she turns anti-clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she facing now? Put your answer inside the chat, please. If you think it's N, if you think it's north, put N. If you think it's east, put E. If you think it's south, put S. If you think it's W. If you think it's west, put W. Okay. By the way, please draw this, not draw, but please write this example and make sure draw the compass that I have. All right. I only see a few persons answering inside the chat. The other persons I need you to answer, please. Only 16 persons have answered. Where are the others? I need you all to answer. Pamela or Pamela is facing west. She turns anti-clockwise. Remember, anti-clockwise. What does anti-clockwise mean?
Opposite direction.
Opposite direction from the hands of a clock. So remember that. For 3/4 of a revolution, in which direction is she facing now? Okay, that's the question. Clement, do you have your hand raised?
Yes, sir.
Why?
I was wondering which parts of the example are we supposed to draw?
What? Say it again.
Which parts of the example are we supposed to draw?
Just draw the, well, write the words and then draw the compass. All right, that's it. You don't have to draw the lady.
Thank you.
All right,
Mr. Petit,
go ahead, Sarah.
you have to draw the girl.
No, you don't have to draw a girl unless you want to draw a stick girl or unless you're artist. All right, so what do you all put inside the chat? East. Jevin, where's Jevin? Jevin,
Yes, sir.
why did you post that inside the chat? Why? Stop posting unnecessary stuff inside my chat, please. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
What that means is that you're having a conversation with somebody else inside the chat, which you need to stop. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Clement says N, Shion says east, Gianna says east, K-Bet says north, Jeremy says west, Chai says north, Bree says north, Kimar says north, Jeremiah says north, Ricardo says north, Bethany says north, Latavia says north, Ciara says north, Bryce says north, Kevin says north, Rashad says north. A lot of norths in there. Dion says east, Sabria says north, Olivia says north, Erwin says north, Jevin says east, Tanisha says north, Rashid says north, Rashad says east, Latavia says east, Malik says dub west, and Rashad says, and he changes answer to north. All right, so what do we mean by anti-clockwise? I think that's the first thing we have to establish. Anyone can answer. What do we mean by anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise ways to immediately the direction of turn.
Anti-clockwise.
Clockwise direction or position direction to which hands.
No.
Opposite direction.
Opposite what?
Direction.
Opposite direction from what?
To which the hand of the clock moves.
Very good. So anti-clockwise direction is the opposite direction from which the hands of the clock move. So it's the opposite way with respect to the hands of the clock and its rotation. So that means that we are going in this direction. That means that we're going like this, in this direction, right? That's the opposite way. That is anti-clockwise. Do you all understand that? So anti-clockwise is going to be in this direction, like that. Do you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Now, where do we start? We start with where? What
West.
We start west. Very good. So we start west. So we start west. There They say 3/4 of a revolution. Okay. So what is 3/4 of a revolution? We know that 1/4 of a revolution is going to be what?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Okay. So that's 1/4 of revolution. So that means if we go here, that is what? This is what? What is this one? What is this?
90.
That's 90 degrees, right? And 90 degrees is going to be what? 1/4 of a revolution. Okay. Are we done?
No, sir.
No.
sir.
No. They say they want what?
3/4.
3/4. So we already have 1/4 we need to do. So we going in what? This direction, right? So that is 1/4. Are we done?
No, sir.
No, we have to go again, right? So another 1/4, that's 90 degrees. So another 1/4 would be what? In this direction again, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So this is another 1/4. Are we done?
No, sir.
No,
No,
why?
sir.
Why are we not done?
Not one more.
They say,
Because you missed one revolution.
very good. They say 3/4 of a revolution.
3/4, not
Exactly. So one more would land us at what location?
not.
North.
North.
North. How many persons said north?
I did.
All right. How many persons said north? Very good. Okay. So I need you to draw this compass along with the arrows. Make sure I put the arrows and the 1/4 and the right and the box and everything. Okay. So make sure I draw what I have on the screen with all of the arrows and stuff that I have. Make sure I do that. So the answer is that she is facing what? North now. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Joseph, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
No, I mean Joseph, not that
Yes, sir.
Joseph, you sure?
Yes, sir.
Good. Janelle, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Good. Gianna, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Kmar, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Korai? Do you understand how we got our answer for North?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what else? Shekinah. Shekinah, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answer for North?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And good. Is there anyone who do not understand? So we start at anyone who does not understand? Nevaeh. Where's Nevaeh? Nevaeh Wallace, are you there? Hello, Nevaeh. If you could hear me, please type inside the chat or speak into your mic. Nevaeh Wallace, are you there? I'm not hearing from Nevaeh Wallace. Kiajane. Where's Kiajane?
Yes, sir.
You understand how we got North?
Yes.
Okay, good. Stacy, can you explain how we got North, please?
Yes, sir. You have to move anti-clockwise
Mm-hmm.
to a 90-degree angle. So, okay, so every, oh gosh, what they call them, Mr. Petit? The little boxes. That's a
These
90 degree.
90 degree,
Yeah.
yes.
So you have to move anti-clockwise,
Mm-hmm.
like in a 90-degree angle. So I guess that's moving 3 times around the compass.
Mm-hmm. Why 3 times?
Because you have to move so you like reach like a 90-degree angle.
Okay, so it's 3 times because it's a 3/4 of a revolution. Okay, so we
Okay,
know,
so it's 4 boxes, but you're moving 3 times out of the
yes,
4.
yeah, 3 times
Okay.
out of the 4, and that's why it's 3/4 of a revolution. And that's why we move 3 times. All right.
Oh, okay.
So this is 1/4 of a revolution, that's 1. This is 1/4 of a revolution, that's 2. And it's another 1/4 of a revolution, that's 3. So because it's 3 times we're moving, it's 3/4 of a revolution. All right. And so we start at west and we go to south, we're not done. Then we go to east, we're not done. Then we go to north. All right. Dion, can you explain how we got north for this?
Can you repeat what you said, Mr. Badi?
Explain how we got north. Explain how we got north.
Okay, so first we started from west,
Mm-hmm.
and once we moved the arrow once
Mm-hmm.
to out, it would be 1/4, so that would be 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved the arrow again to east.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a next 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And when east we moved the arrow to north, that would be 3/4, so that would be the last and final 90 degrees we need.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Very good. Bride, do you understand? And Bree, do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Wait. All right. Kivat Prasanti, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Ajani, do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Egypt, where's Egypt?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Jeremiah, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so now I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put inside the chat. I need you to write this down. If you do not have this written down, then you need to look at the chat. And inside the chat, I have this picture. So you can take advantage of that. But we have to move. Let's do another one, right? Rashad, can you read example 2, please? Rashad? Where's Rashad?
Yes, I am.
I need you to read example 2.
Example 2. Susan is facing south. She turns anti-clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she now facing?
Good. Put your hands inside the chat, please. Again, put your hands inside the chat for me. Prasanti, can you read the question again, please?
Susan is facing south. She turns anti-clockwise for 3/4 of a
Revolution.
revolution. In which direction is she now facing?
Good. So Susan, she's facing south. So she's currently facing south. She turns for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she currently facing now? Put your hands inside the chat, please, if you understand what to do, if you know the answer. Put your hands inside the chat. Or even if you don't know the answer and you just want to try. So she starts south. We move 3/4 of a revolution. Which direction is she facing now? Please make sure write down this example, example 2, and make sure draw the compass and also show the direction of your arrows. All right. Again, put your hands inside the chat, please. I need you all to put your answers inside the chat. She starts at south. She moves anti-clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she now facing? Jeremy, do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so let's see what y'all have inside the chat. Okay, So let's see. Shion says west. West. Bryce says west. Ricardo says west. Rashad says west. West. Shion changed her answer to north. Okay. I just see west. Malik says north. Jevin says north. Gianna says west. All right. Gianna, can you explain why you say west?
I don't know if I could explain it, but anti-clockwise goes to, well, south to east, and then east to north, and then north to west.
And then north to west. Why you did it 3 times?
Because it says 3/4.
Very good. How many persons said west?
I did.
I did.
Very good. Very good. Good. Jevin, why did you say north? Malik, why did you say north?
Oh, I was going from south to west and
Always going the wrong direction. Malik, why did you say north?
Well, I didn't count it all the way through.
You didn't count it all the
So
way.
I counted
You just counted.
south, east, and then east to north.
Okay. Oh, give me one moment.
why do we go from south to east?
Why?
Yes.
Hello.
All right, please take this down. Make sure you take down the example as well as the compass drawing. Give me one moment, please.
Mr. Petit.
Mr. Petit, when you finish, put the first slide in the group again for me, please.
The first one?
Yes, sir. I didn't draw the clock thing.
First slide.
I didn't finish all the other slides. Only the clock
Sure.
I got to draw.
I thought I sent that to you on WhatsApp.
No, I think. No. Let me check, sir. Sorry about that.
Yeah, check. All right, so let's move on to another example, example 3. So be very careful when you're doing these things. You want to make sure that you look out for the numbers that they give you. All right, so I'm going to put this picture inside the chat. And we can just do another example. All right, so example number 3. For example number 3, I'm going to ask Ajani, can you read example number 3, please?
Chris is facing east. He turns clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is he now facing?
Very good. Thank you. Angel, can you read example 3, please, for me? Where's Angel? Angel, are you there?
You read it, Mr. D?
No. I want someone else to read it. Thank you. Down from Angel. Put your hands inside the chat, please, whatever you think it is. Again, put your hands inside the chat, whatever you think the answer is. Bree, can you read this, please? Example 3.
Chris is facing east. He turns clockwise for 3/4 of a revolution. In which direction is he now facing?
Very good. So we have Chris, he's east now, and he moves 3/4 of a revolution clockwise. In which direction is he now facing? I need everyone to answer inside the chat, please. Make sure I write this example down. This is the third example. So when you send me the notes, I need to see the first slide, the second slide, as well as these 3 examples so far that we have done. All right, put your hands inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your hands inside the chat for me. Kiajani?
Yes, sir.
Have you answered it yet inside the chat?
I go into.
All right. Do you understand how to do it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kmar, where's Kmar?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing down the notes?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Okay, and Casey Hamilton, do you know the answer? Where's Casey?
Mr. Petit, I have 2 answers. I ain't sure.
You ain't sure? Okay, no problem. And Jeremiah Johnson, do you understand how to do this? Where's Jeremiah? Jeremiah Johnson, are you there? Jeremiah, are you there? Jeremiah Johnson? Okay, can't have from Jeremiah. All right, so I see, let me look inside the chat, see what y'all have.
Mr. Patel, you look at my last answer. I thought I saw the thing take anti-clockwise, but I realized clockwise.
Okay.
So put my answer last, yes, sir.
All right, so Malik says south. Rashad says a different answer. Bethany says north. Clement says south. Jeremy says south. Ricardo says north. Latavia says north. Janelle says north. Dion says north. Sarah says west. Chai says north. Olivia says north. Sarah says south. Bryce says north. Rashid says south. Kibet says north. Sabria says north. Shion says south. And Stacy Pender says north. Jevin says north. Rashad says west. Gianna says north. Rashad says north. Kiajani says north. Clement says north. Okay. So Clement, you change your answer?
Yes, sir.
Why did you change your answer?
Because I just realized I pointed my arrows in the wrong direction.
You pointed your arrows in the wrong direction. All right, so remember it says he is facing what? Speak to me, please. Where's he facing?
East.
He's facing east. Now he has to go in a what direction he has to go into? Or what?
Clockwise.
Clockwise direction.
Yeah,
This is not anti-clockwise direction. This is clockwise direction. So that means that we have to go in this direction, right? In this direction, right? So we have to go from east to south. So are we done? Or we still have some more revolutions to go?
To go. More to
Okay. More to go. So we got to go from south to west, right? And then we're going to go from west to
north.
west to north. And so the correct answer is that he is facing north now. How many persons got that? Let me know if you got it.
I did.
Very good.
I did.
Very good. For those persons who did not get it, make sure that you remember that it is clockwise direction now, not anti-clockwise. So you have to be careful the direction that you're going. East to south is clockwise. South to west, clockwise, 90 degree. 1/4 of a revolution. West to north is again 1/4 of a revolution. All right. Joseph, do you understand how we getting our answers?
That's what I understand.
Okay, and Garvin, Lawrence, are you there? Where's Garvin? Garvin, Lawrence, are you there? Okay, your mic won't let you work. Okay. All right. Do you understand, Garvin? Do you understand how we get answers? Answer inside the chat if you understand, Garvin, how we get answers. You want me to explain it again? Okay. So we start at east, right? We're going in a clockwise direction. So clockwise direction means you're going in the direction of a clock. So from east to south, it's going to be clockwise. All right, that's 90 degrees. That's 1/4 of revolution. And we go again from south to west. That's again 1/4 of revolution. And we're going to go from west to north. That's again 1/4 of revolution. And so we land at north because they only want us to go 3/4 of revolution. So we have to move it 3 times. All right, so can I move to the next slide? Are y'all done with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure when you submit your work, make sure you have the compass and make sure you have the question written down properly. All right, so
Mr. Petita, I finished yet.
who is that? What's the name? What's that name?
I finished it. I almost finished drawing the grass.
The compass. So what I'll do, I'll put the picture of it inside the chat for the benefit of those persons who are still writing. We have 2 more examples. We have 2 more. For these ones, you have to pay close attention.
Good afternoon, Mr. P.
Good afternoon.
I'm not home as of right now. That's why I joined so late. I'm looking for book to read.
Stay best.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
best.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you need to take a screenshot of it and until you reach home.
Yes, sir.
All right, read this first, Jabez.
Ryan is facing north. He turns clockwise for 2/4 of a revolution. 2/4. In which direction is he now facing?
Very good. Thank you. Destiny, are you there, Destiny? Where's Destiny? Destiny, are you there? Kiana from Destiny. Janelle, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this question first, please?
Ryan is facing north. He turns clockwise for two-fourths of a revolution. In which direction is he now facing?
Very good. So that's the question. Ryan is facing north. He turns clockwise for two-fourths of a revolution. In which direction is he facing now? Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Again, I need everyone to put their answer inside the chat. We have Ryan. He is facing north currently. He turns for two-fourths of a revolution. In which direction is he now facing? Go ahead.
Question. You see, like how when we used to do class, when we started classes this week, how we used to go on this website. We going on for this topic, or
no, we're not going for it. I can give you a quiz, but not on IXL.
Yeah,
so Ryan is facing north. He turns clockwise for two-fourths of a revolution. In which direction is he now facing? Right? Which direction is he currently facing right now? Is Jeremiah here? Can't hear from Jeremiah. Quorai, do you understand how we are getting our answers? Hello, Quorai. Hello, Quorai, are you there? Do you understand how we get our answers? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ashton Webb, are you there? Where's Ashton? Ashton Webb. Again, please put all your answers inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me. Egypt, where's Egypt? Egypt, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we're getting the answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Destiny, where's Destiny? Again, put your answers inside the chat for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we're getting the answers?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. What do y'all think it is for this one?
South.
South.
You think it's south?
Oh.
Wow, most persons said south. Rashad says south, Jevin says south, Bethany, Rashid. Yes, then yes, Tanisha.
I can move the bathroom, please.
Yes, we can. So south, Malik rule. Malik, how you get west? Malik rule. Malik rule, where's Malik? Malik rule, you have the answer to your name. How did you get west?
Pardon? Stop.
How did you get west? How did you get west?
Yeah, you made the same mistake as last time.
You made the
I
same.
counted now north and then west.
So you understand where
One.
you're going?
Yes, sir.
You understand where you're going wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's do it. So we start at what? We start at north, right? And we have to go what? Clockwise, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. When we go clockwise, that's gonna be in this direction. Oopsies. Clockwise is this way. And so that's from north to east, that's clockwise. And then when we go from east to south, that's another 90 degrees, 1/4 of a revolution. So that's going to be south. So he's currently south right now. So altogether, he went through a 180-degree revolution, or not 180-degree revolution, 180-degree turn, because he went from north to east, that's 90. We went from east to south, that's another 90. All right. Chai, where's Chai? Chai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain how we got south?
First, we started off. First, we started on north.
Mm-hmm.
Then we took 2 rotations,
Mm-hmm.
which led us to south.
Okay, so we went from north
North to east
uh-huh.
to south.
Okay, very good. North to east to south. Thank you. All right. Any questions on this so far?
No, sir.
No,
Um,
sir.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to take a picture of this. We have one more example before we get to the graded exercise. All right, so the last example, if you do not have this written down, make sure to write it down. If you do not have it, I post the picture inside of the chat for your benefit. All right, the last example is example number 5. Casey, can you read this? Casey, where's Casey?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this?
Hannah is facing west. She turns anti-clockwise for one quarter of a revolution. In which direction is she now facing?
Very good. All right, once you finish with this, put your answer inside the chat, please. Again, put your answer inside the chat. Hannah is facing west. She turns anti-clockwise for 1/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she now facing? Right? Hannah is facing west. She turns anti-clockwise for 1/4 of a revolution. In which direction is she now facing? All right. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. She went through 1/4 of a revolution. All right, put your hands inside the chat, please. I want to see a few persons answering. Put your hands inside the chat for me. What do you think it is? All right. What y'all think the answer is for this one?
South. I positive that it is south.
Positive south. All right. Explain why you think it's south, Rashad.
Because if she is facing west and she turns anti-clockwise, 1/4 of a revolution. Basically, she going down 1/4, which is south.
Very good.
Yes, I get it.
Anyone else got south?
Yes, sir.
I did, sir.
All right, very good. Okay, at this time, I need you to take a picture of all of your notes. That is the 2 slides along with all 5 of the examples. Take a picture of them and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp, all of them. So take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's what I need you to do now. Jeremy, where's Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
You understand how we got an answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, Jeremy. I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All of the notes, not some of the notes, all of the notes. All right. Denisha,
Yes, sir.
take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, please.
Yes, sir.
And Joseph, where's your work, Joseph? Hello, Joseph, where's Joseph?
Yeah.
Where's your work? I'm asking for everyone to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's what I said.
Oh.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Yeah, I do right now.
Mr. Believe when my daddy come back and you send the work.
What happened to your phone?
You have it.
Okay. I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. So far, I have Ajani, Sabria, Tanisha, Chai, Sabria, Nathan, Zara, Jennifer, Latavia. I need Bethany, Malik, and Casey. I need the rest of y'all work. Dion, where's your work? Where's Dion?
I'm sending them now, Mr. Deep.
Okay. And Angel, where's your work?
I'm sending them now.
Okay. I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. And that's all of the work, not just some of it, all of it. From example 1 to example 5.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I already sent mine.
All right, very good. Ciara. Willon, where's Willon? Willon. Willon, are you there? Willon? Where's Willon? Can't have from Willon. I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp, please. That's everyone. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, I'm still waiting on. Korai, where's your notes? Where's Korai?
I'm still ready.
and what's her name? Shekinah. Shekinah, where's your notes? Shekinah. Shekinah Kalma. Shekinah, are you there? Can't hear from Shekinah. Stanae Penniman. Where's Stanae Penniman? Do you have your notes?
I started doing the last one. I can send it to you now.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put oh, what's his name? Thing I'm asking for. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the quiz based on this in the chat. So once you have started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. All right, so again, once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat.
Mr. Petit, send it to my WhatsApp.
So again, no problem. Again, I'm gonna put the quiz inside the chat. That's quiz 1. Once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. All right. Remember, the passing grade for the quiz is what?
85.
80%. 80%. I should put it up to 85 is correct, but it's 80%. Shiona asked for me to send it. So, Joseph, where's your sister?
I don't know. He's still inside the function somewhere.
Call her for me, please.
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Once you have taken a picture of your work and sent it to me, then you can start the quiz.
Screenshot of the grade.
Yes, take a screenshot of the grade as well. Again, take a screenshot of the grade.
Mr. Petit, you to call me?
Yes, I'm calling you. Where's your notes?
Oh, I gotta send it right now.
Why are you not responding when I call your name?
I was inside the kitchen. I didn't hear you.
No, you're not supposed to be inside the kitchen. What you supposed to do if you have to leave? Yeah, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that, Shekinah. You have to stop. You understand me? If you have
Yes,
to
sir.
leave, let me know. Now I've been calling you for a very long time, but you're in the kitchen. You have to stop that, Shekinah. And make sure to send the work.
Yeah, so.
All right. Again, once you finish with the quiz, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with the quiz, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I still am waiting on the notes of some students. Samaya King, where's Samaya?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes?
I send it to you.
You sent it already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you doing the quiz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And J-Baz, what are you doing?
I'm about to do the quiz.
All right. Samaya, I don't see your Samaya, what number are you using for your stuff?
I'm using a next number because my mom went away.
What's the number?
525-5593.
Okay. Okay, that's Samaya. Sabria, did you send in your work?
Yes, sir.
And what's the name now? Claremont, very good. Gianna, very good. Bethany, very good. Sabria, very good. Even though I wanted you to get 100, Sabria.
Mr. P, can you send the previous slides in the chat, please? The ones I
Sorry.
missed.
Yes, I can. So I'm going to send the previous slides in the chat as well as the quiz. All right. Dwayne, where's Dwayne? Is Dwayne out? Dwayne Slew. They're not from Dwayne. Dwayne out. No, Dwayne is not out tonight. Stene, you know what that means, right?
So
Very good, Rashad. Olivia, how?
So, did you know I get 100 straight across the board?
I see that.
I don't know.
Olivia, man, what's happening? All right, again, once you finish with your quiz, take a screenshot of it and send them via WhatsApp.
Mr.
And
Petit, I'm still waiting on you to send it to my WhatsApp, please.
I already sent it.
Excuse me, you sent it to
Yes.
his blog one time.
Send the what?
Work you sent me yesterday, you blocked me, charged me.
I don't see it, Mr. Petit.
It's above the pictures you sent me. So look before your pictures.
Excuse me, Mr. Wati.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a phone right now to send the work, but
What's
I can send it when we get off.
that's Ricardo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. I'm going to resend these pictures for those persons who need them from beginning with the first slide. So I think Ashtan needs them. So Ashtan, make sure I take advantage of these notes that I'm giving now. I'm posting them inside the chat. So if you are one of those persons who do not have the notes, right? If you do not have the notes, then you can, use this use the notes that I'm giving in the chat right now.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Number 9 for the quiz.
Uh-huh.
There's no like, is it correct or not correct?
There's
Number
no.
9.
Yeah, Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
number 9 and 11 are not worth any points.
Number 9 and 11. Okay.
Are not worth any points.
Oh, they're not worth any points. Okay. Let me check it. Oh my goodness. So if you need these slides, I'm posting them inside the chat. All right. How many persons have finished the quiz and pass it? Let me know if you finished the quiz and pass it.
I am.
And you know me as the first one.
I did.
I am.
All right, very good.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I did.
Very good. Was it difficult or was it easy for you?
That easy. So positive for me, I'm just Mr. Petit.
Very easy. Okay. So why you didn't do it on the exam when I gave you it on Sunday?
Mr. Petit, I didn't know how to do it. I forget.
You realize these is the exact same questions on your test, right? For those who did the aptitude test.
Yes, sir.
These are the exact questions that I gave you. All right, so let me check these names and grades. Gianna, Bethany, very good. Jeremy, very good. Kivette, very good. Olivia, very good. Rashad, Angel, Ricardo. Jevin, did you do it over Jevin?
I'm doing it right now, sir.
Stacy, very good. Malik, Latavia, good. Bri, very good. Janelle, very good. Egypt, very good. Denisha, Stene, Zara. Where is Samaya? Samaya, have you done the quiz yet? Where's Samaya?
I'm finishing one question.
Okay, Javin did it over. I don't see Joseph. I don't see Kmar, and I don't see Korai. That's why I always call in your name. You run why I always call your name because y'all never do my work. Joseph,
I'm still
Korai,
waiting.
and Kmar. How come y'all didn't do the
I'm
quiz
still
yet?
waiting.
I don't know why y'all take y'all forever to do this. All right. Good. Where's Joseph?
You think 9 out of 10 is good?
Yeah, 9 out of 10 is a 90. That's perfect. Where's Joseph? Joseph,
Yeah, so
what happened? Why you didn't do the quiz yet?
I started.
Okay. There's something I'm supposed to be doing. Can't remember what it is. Kmar, yes, Kmar.
Yeah, so.
How come you haven't done the quiz yet?
And the last question.
Okay. And okay, so I think we're good. So let's move on to the next section. For those who are doing the quiz still, please quickly complete the quiz. But we're gonna have to move on to the next section. We have about 20 minutes left, so that's good. So let's move on to the next section and let's go. Oh, this is a fun section. It's a very easy section. I don't know if we've done it before, but if we haven't done it before, oh, what a pity. I need everyone to send in their work, please, including the notes. Where's I also haven't done it. Ashtan and Gavin. Where's Ashtan and Gavin? Where are you? Ashtan and Gavin, where are you? Ashtan, how come you haven't done the quiz yet? Where's Gavin Lawrence? Gavin Lawrence, you're doing the quiz now? Okay. Gavin Lawrence, where are you? Gavin, where is he? I'm saying, why haven't you done the quiz yet? That's my question. And why don't I have your notes? So where are the notes? Where's the notes and where's the quiz? Gavin. All right, so let's begin. Well, let's continue.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I got a 10 out of 10.
Very good. That's excellent. I don't think she cheated.
I never cheat.
That's your brother. All right, so let's move on to section 3. We might have to continue this section 2 rather. We might have to continue this on tomorrow, but at least we could start it. So section 2, we're going to be looking at symmetry. All right, symmetry. Now, what do we mean by symmetry? If we say that something is symmetrical, what does that mean? Hello? What do we mean by symmetry?
Like it's half?
It have both even sides.
It have both even sides. Very good. So number one, let me just say notes. So a shape, right, or object, please write this down. A shape or object has symmetry, right, if it can be divided into two identical pieces. Now, when we say identical, what do we mean by identical? What do you mean by identical? Y'all have to answer me now.
Lookalikes.
Identical means that they look
alike.
They look the same. Very good. So that's what we mean by a shape have symmetry, right? It can be broken down into two identical pieces, right? Both sides are the same, right? They look the same, right? That's what we mean by something is that's what we mean by something is symmetrical, right? So this shape, would you say it is symmetrical or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is definitely symmetrical. And what do we call this line in the middle that divides it into two identical pieces? What do we call that line?
Line of symmetry.
We call it the line of symmetry. Very good. So let's write that down. In a symmetrical shape, right? Write this down for me, please. In a symmetrical shape, in a symmetrical shape, 1/2 is the mirror image of the other half. So it's like a reflection, right? So this side is the mirror image of this side. So if you were to fold the shape on its line of symmetry, both sides would like touch each other and it would match perfectly, right? So we have another shape that has line of symmetry. Let me show you a star. So this star has a line of symmetry and it goes right there in the middle. So that's a line of symmetry. It divides the shape into two identical pieces, such that one side is exactly the same as the other side. So we say that this imaginary line, this is a very important word, mirror image, right? Mirror image. And so they look like mirror images of each other. Just like if you're looking into a mirror, you see a reflection, right? When we look at the line of symmetry and we look at the two sides that are the two parts of the shape that is separated, they are mirror images of each other, right? So it's basically one is identical to the other, right? So if one has a pointy side, the other one is going to have a pointy side, right? Like they're not different, they're the same. So the imaginary line, and we say imaginary because, you know, we draw it, right? It's not always there, we draw it. The imaginary axis or line, right? Along which the figure can be folded to obtain the symmetrical halves is called what? The line of symmetry. So this line that does the dividing, this line that separates the shape into two identical parts, is what we call the line of symmetry. So if they ask you to draw the line of symmetry, you know exactly what they're talking about, right? So let's go over the notes and hopefully give you all a chance to write it down as well. As always, make sure to draw the shapes and also the line of symmetry. Use a ruler and a pencil to do it. And I want to ask Johnny, what do we mean when we say a shape has symmetry? What is meant by that? Johnny?
It can be divided into two identical pieces.
Very good. It could be divided into two identical pieces. That's what we mean when we say a shape has symmetry. And Zara, what is the line of symmetry? Again, Zara, what is the line of symmetry?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is the line of symmetry?
The line of symmetry is a line that makes the shape symmetrical.
Very good. The line that cuts the shape into two identical pieces. Thank you. Stene, are you there? Where's Stene?
Yes, sir.
What do we mean when we say an object has symmetry? Again, what do we mean when we say an object has symmetry? Stene. Hello, Stene, are you there? You don't know? It's right there on the screen. What do we mean when we say an object has symmetry? The first point.
Oh, it means it can be divided into two identical pieces.
Very good. It could be divided into two identical pieces. So the two parts are the same. And tell me, Shekinah, not Shekinah. Tell me, Stacy, is it true or false that a symmetrical shape, is it true or false that in a symmetrical shape, one half is the mirror image of the other half? Is that true or false?
It's true.
It's true. Very good. One side is the exact mirror image of the other side. Shekinah, are you there? Where's Shekinah? Shekinah, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, where's your notes?
I can't get on my phone because she's using it.
Okay. When are you gonna get your phone?
Thinking about, she said 20 minutes.
Okay. Do you have the notes written down?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, so Joseph.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Where's the notes? I see you sent the quiz. Where's your notes?
Oh, in my book.
Yeah, you need to take a picture of them and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Oh, yes, sir.
So Samaya. Where's Samaya? Samaya, are you there? Samaya King. Can't hear from Samaya. Shion.
Yes, sir.
What is meant by the line of symmetry?
The line of symmetry.
Yeah, what is
is
that?
the imaginary axis or line along which figure can be folded to obtain the symmetrical half is called the line of symmetry.
Yeah, so basically it is a line such that if I were to fold this image in half, like if not fold in half, fold it onto itself, that they would match perfectly. That's what we mean by the line of symmetry. So it is a line that cuts the shape into two identical pieces such that one side is exactly the same as the other side, and such that if I were to fold the shape, right? If I were to fold the shape on its line of symmetry, one side would be exactly identical to the other side. All right, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. Does anyone have any questions on the line of symmetry and how to find it?
No, sir, but send a screenshot, please.
No. You said what?
I said I finished. You can send a screenshot, please.
Okay. So, good. I'm gonna put a screenshot of this inside the chat for those who are still writing the notes. All right, so that's what we mean by the axis of symmetry. So let's do one exercise. We probably only got enough time to do one. I need Rashad, can you read this question for me, please?
Example 1. Write the letter of the shape that has a line S or symmetry.
Very good. So write the letter of the shape that has a line or lines of symmetry. Put your answer inside the chat, please. What you think it is? Is it A, B, C?
No, this one I
B,
didn't understand.
A,
We
B.
doing this in a book?
Yeah, do it in your book, right? Write the letter of the shape that has a line of symmetry. Put your answer inside the chat, please. And by the way, once you are finished with the two slides, because I'm not going to give any more notes, it's just going to be those two. Once you finish with the first two notes on symmetry, you can send them. I also need you to take a picture of your well, I already said that. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me. Those two on line of symmetry. But put your answer inside the chat. What do you think it is? Which shape has a line of symmetry? Which one? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Which one? Which shape
Mr.
has?
Batista, could you send me the second slide when you finish?
This is the second slide. I think you mean the first one. So again, put your hands inside the chat for me, please. What do you think is going to be the image? Which one has a line of symmetry? All right, put your hands inside the chat for me, please. Which one of these shapes do you think has a line of symmetry? Again, if you are finished with this slide as well as the first slide, you can take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, if you are finished with this slide or this slide and the previous slide, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, I only see a few persons answering inside the chat. Which shape do you think has a line of symmetry?
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you send the
first slide?
one in the chat, please?
Yes, I can. All right, so you have the first slide. What you all think is the correct answer? Is it A,
B.
Is it B, or is it C? You think it is?
B.
It is B? Why y'all say B? Why do you think it's B? Anyone? Why do you think it's B?
Because only B could pattern two in the middle.
Very
like,
good. It's only identical, right? So if we were to part it, like you said, it'll go right in the middle like this. All right. And so this would be your answer. All right. So draw the line that goes straight through the middle of this thought bubble. Right. And then take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, write down all of the math notes, including the one on symmetry, and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I will also post this slide inside the chat for the benefit of those persons who need it. Let me resend this one. So basically we have this line that runs through it. What his name is? Rashad. Do you understand how we got the letter B now? Rashad, where's Rashad? Yes, Janelle?
Can you explain it again because I wasn't here?
Okay, so no problem. So basically, what I was saying is that a line of symmetry, you have to write this notes down too. A line of symmetry is a line that cuts the image directly in half, all right? And so if you see this line cuts the star exactly in half. And so we call this line the line of symmetry. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, Timothy, you could send
Yes, sir.
one. Yes.
Okay, good. And then if you look at these three shapes, which one has a line of symmetry, Janelle?
C.
Say it again.
B.
Why B?
Because it have a line in it, except the other ones don't.
Yeah. The other ones, can you put a line through them and it's the same on both sides?
No.
Like if we put a line, it's a very good thought process. If we put a line on this one, are both sides identical?
No, sir.
No, that's why it doesn't have a line of symmetry. How about if we put a line through this? Are both sides identical?
No, sir.
No. And so that's why we say that only B is, has a line of symmetry. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of the notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's very important. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. And that means, when I say, I mean all of the notes on symmetry, the notes on what's the word? Rotation and revolution. All right. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're gonna soon transition over to English language. And so I need you to definitely quickly take a picture of your work. All right. Sienna, is Sienna here? Sienna, are you there? Where's Sienna? Sienna, are you there? Veciano. Make sure you hear me. All right, so let's begin. It's time.
Let's proceed.
Yes.
I just finished simplifying algebraic expressions.
Yeah, I was trying to call you for the last several moments and you wasn't responding. That's why I
I
called you.
apologize. I'm in a noisy environment and I did not see my phone.
Okay, so you say you just finished what?
Simplifying algebraic expressions.
What was the one you did before that? That was mean meeting in mood.
Yes, so however, with simplifying algebraic expressions, I need an explanation on quite a few. Other than that, I think I'm done.
Okay, let me send you the solutions to it so you could, this I want you to do. I want you to the ones you get right, tick. The ones you get wrong, correct it, and then resend it to me. All right.
Yes, so
Good. Now it's gonna be a lot of photos. So I hope your phone has space. All right, I send them to you. Make the corrections, please. All right, so
yes,
let's begin. Today is Wednesday. The 29th of November. So for all of us who are doing English language, turn your attention to the screen. The subject, of course, is English language. Anyone can remember the last topic we did for English language? What were we talking about?
Sensory details.
No, that was way before that. Oh, I don't think you and I on Monday. What we did, we talked about one.
Anatomy of narrative writing.
The anatomy of narrative writing. Good. That's what we talked about on Monday. Now, what we say narrative writing is, how did we define narrative writing? What do we say about that? Narrative writing is basically what?
A piece of writing that tells a story.
Very good. A piece of writing. Very good. So it's basically storytelling, right? Today we're going to be looking at persuasive essays. Persuasive essays. And as the name suggests, persuasive essays is going to be all about what?
Persuading someone.
Very good. Convincing someone or persuading someone to do a particular act, to perform a particular action. All right. So that's what we basically going to be talking about, persuasive essays. So how do you persuade someone, right? So Persuasive essays seek to convince the reader to perform a particular action or accept an idea or belief. So persuasive essay, you are trying to, help someone or convince them to, do something, whether you want them to, go vegan, whether you want them to, go plant-based, whether you want them to exercise more, whether you want them to go to a particular church, whether you want them to, read more books, whether you want them to become a math enthusiast or a science enthusiast. It's there to convince the reader to perform some action, right? If you're not trying to convince them to perform some action, you're probably trying to convince them to accept a certain belief that you believe is true or that you believe is accurate. So, for example, certain people have different views concerning gender pronouns, concerning whether it should be Republican or Democrat, or should we be conservative or liberal, right? Like different views concerning should we, support different countries who are in war, which should our view be concerning Israel and all those different things. There's a lot of big controversial things out there. And there's a lot of rather, not so consequential, just ideas and beliefs that persons have. And a persuasive essay is just basically to convince the reader of something that you believe to be right or true, or an action that you would want them to take. So how to persuade? And so that's basically so how to persuade? That's basically a good question. Like, how do we persuade? We persuade using certain types of, we call them persuasive appeals. All right, so how would you persuade someone if you're trying to persuade someone to watch this particular movie, let's say, or a TV show? Like, what would you tell them, and how would you tell them it? Anyone want to answer that? If you're trying to convince someone to watch a particular TV show, or
Boy, Mr. Petit, you need to watch this movie I watched yesterday. That movie is outrageous. Interesting. You need to watch it.
Okay, so all right, so she's using emotion now. She's even in the tone of her voice, like she's not dry, like, oh, Mr. Petit, it's so interesting. Like she's, the tone of her voice that she's trying to sell me the movie. Anyone else?
What about Nike and them?
What about Nike? Who said that? I mean, say it again, Joseph.
Manipulate, no?
Say it again.
Manipulate.
Say it again.
Manipulate.
What?
Manipulate.
He's saying
manipulate. No, we're trying to persuade. We're not trying to manipulate people. We're trying to persuade them. All right.
Mr. Petit, and manipulating is basically the same thing as persuading.
No.
Like getting a person to do something.
No, manipulation is manipulation involves some sort of deceit, right? So you can't have the lie to manipulate someone. But if you're trying to persuade someone, you're not trying to lie to them. You're just trying to persuade them. Like you're trying to show them what they probably have not, but they probably don't know before, right? So, for example, the movie that you're trying to tell them to watch, you actually believe it's a good movie. So you're not trying to manipulate them into something that you believe is bad, but you're actually selling it and telling them that it's good, but you know it's bad, if you understand. That's manipulation. So we're not trying to manipulate people. We're not trying to force nobody. We're just trying to persuade them. We're trying to influence them. We're trying to encourage them in this direction. So what we do, and they do it all the time. So for example, if they're trying to sell you a movie, right, they would show you a what? What would they show you?
A clip, a
trailer, right? And when you watch the trailer, you'll be like, okay, oh my goodness, I gotta watch this. And so in the trailer,
That always has happened to me, Mr. Petit, on Netflix.
yeah. In the trailer, they show you the most exciting parts of it, right? And so they ain't showing you the dry, boring parts. They're showing you the parts where the gun shooting, the person in the air, where the person
jumping off the plane.
Jumping off the plane or whatever. They show you, when the person armoring up and whatever.
They show you the exciting part.
Yeah, they show you the exciting part, right? But in writing, how can we persuade someone? What could we do? Well, if you're trying to persuade someone to watch a movie, maybe one of the first things you could talk about is like give them actual facts. Like maybe you can say a lot of persons have watched this movie and you can give them like, bro, look at this. This thing have 1 billion views. Now something have 1 billion views, obviously you'd be like, but let me see why this thing have 1 billion views. So that's one way you can look at it. Just try to bring pure facts to them. And we call that that's a particular type of persuasion technique that involves facts and logic. Or you could just give them, or it could be an emotional appeal. So you could try to use emotion, like, bro, you gotta watch this. You have to, like, you use an emotion. You're just trying to, like, this thing is exciting or whatever. Maybe that's emotion, right? So you could either give them logic, you could give them emotion, or you can give them sort of like an ethical appeal. And so ethical appeal, that's basically mean, like, it's moral, it's a good thing to do. So for example, if you're trying to convince someone to watch the Passover, not the Passover, what's the movie called? With the Passion of Christ. If you're trying to, if you're trying to persuade someone to watch the Passion of Christ, you're gonna hit it from a more moral standpoint. Boy, why you wanna watch Passion of Christ, bro? Use a demon, eh? Like you hit it from a moral standpoint to be like, man, I have to watch this. So you could do it from an ethical or moral standpoint. You could do it from a logical standpoint, just giving them facts, data, or you could do it from an emotional standpoint. Those are 3 ways that you could persuade in your writing. So let's talk about it. Yes.
How about bandwagon? Like when they use a celebrity and you can make it.
Okay. Yeah, bandwagon is actually a fallacy. So it's like, because they are doing it, you should do it. We call that the bandwagon fallacy, right? It's not the best way to properly persuade, right? If you're trying to properly persuade, it's not the best way. So ethos, we call ethos ethical appeal. That's what ethos means. So ethos is when you're talking about morals, why it's morally right to do something. So this appeals to, so let me write this down. Write this down for me, please. This appeals to the credibility and authority of the writer, right? Establishing the author's expertise or moral. Go ahead. Or moral character. Go ahead.
You made a mistake with the solutions. For 2019, let us see. It's 20q to the power of 7 plus 3q to the power of 3, not divided by.
You say C, right? That's actually a division sign.
But Miss Petit, I looking at the document and this is a plus sign.
It's supposed to be a division. They won't ever tell you to add two things that have different powers. So even though it looked like a plus, you know it's a division. Like assume it's a division. They won't tell you to add two powers that are different. All right.
So Mr. Petit, why did you tell me that? Because I didn't see that really looks like a plus sign to me.
Yeah, and the thing is, they usually give you multiplication then division. So if you look at all the questions, the last one usually is division. So yeah. Now you know.
Yes.
All right. You had me scared. I was like, I made a mistake on this. I'm like, what's the mistake? All right. So establishing the author's expertise on moral character enhances the persuasive impact. So someone may say, man, you should watch this movie. Why? Because Denzel Washington is a part of the movie. And Denzel Washington, he's a good person, right? So, or you need to watch this because Miles Monroe, there's a documentary on Miles Monroe and he was a good person. So you are appealing to the person's moral character as a reason why they should do the particular thing, all right? So ethos, dealing with moral character, dealing with, or it also deals with not only the moral character, but also the expertise and the skill of the writer itself. So you may say, man, you have to watch this. You have to watch this because, you know, Hans Zimmer or you have to listen to this because Hans Zimmer is the one who was actually like the person who was orchestrating things. And Hans Zimmer, you know, he's known for what he does in the, you know, in the orchestra world. So, or you can say, you need to read this because, you know, the person who write Harry Potter, she's the one who write this book. So it's like, okay, all right, I need to read this because that writer, she has what? Credibility, she has authority, right? She's demonstrated that she's a good writer. And so that's ethos. So that looks at the person's, the author's experience, their moral character. Like some people would not watch another Will Smith movie. Why? Because Will Smith punched the guy. So, or some people, on the other hand, some people might watch, what's the guy name?
Is that serious?
Yes, it is that serious. On the other hand, some people might watch something from, say, you know, Sylvester Stallone, because he's more, people consider him to be more upright and, you know, he don't get into much problems and stuff like that. So ethos, ethical appeal. So you are establishing, so basically when you're doing ethos, you're basically trying to prove that if you are doing it for yourself and you're trying to persuade someone in your work and you're trying to use ethos, you're just basically trying to show that you are credible, okay? And one of the easiest ways to show that you are not credible is to make grammatical errors, to spell words improperly, and to basically run off on a tangent and don't make no sense. So if you are trying to persuade me about something inside of your writing and you're trying to help me to believe whatever you're saying, and you start from this thing and you go to the next thing and that, and you spelling words wrong and you know, you're not connecting the ideas properly, I don't believe you. The reason why I don't believe is because you can't even, you know, you can't even express yourself properly. So why does it make sense that what you're saying is true? So ethos deals with how well you as the author, how well do you as a writer make yourself credible, make it seem that you know what you're talking about. And there's different ways that you could do it. You can be organized. So make sure your work is organized. Make sure your ideas are organized and make sure your ideas are clearly stated. Make sure your grammar, make sure your grammatical errors are to a minimum, and make sure you spell your words correctly. So when the examiner reads your work, they'll be like, oh, okay, this is an A paper, this is a B paper, this is a C paper, because this is definitely a pass, because the person show that they can organize themselves properly. They show that they have some sort of credibility, so I could believe them. Okay. And so imagine someone on the side of the street who is a Joneser come to you and say, hey, do you want to buy this perfume? This is the best perfume in the world. And you're like, I don't think this is a good perfume because, yeah, you don't smell good. So ethos deals with the credibility of the person. So you have to make sure that you show yourself to be credible in order to persuade. All right, the next thing that we're talking about would be pathos. Okay, so pathos deals with emotion. Okay, so, and this is done a lot. Emotional appeal, right? Emotional appeal. A lot of people do stuff just based on emotion, right? So you just invoke peer person's emotion. You make them cry. You make them laugh. You make them like you involve their emotion, and the emotion that you involve helps to persuade them, right? So this evokes emotions in the reader to create a what? A connection. Anyone ever read a book and cry, or watch some movie and cry? Anyone?
Huh?
Me,
Yes,
Me.
You, Pachu?
Movie up.
Really? It's just a movie though.
I cry when there's crucifying Jesus on a movie I watch on TV.
Oh, okay. That's emotion, invoking emotion in the reader to create a connection.
I cried
You
when
cry
they in Coco, you know, the Disney movie Coco,
when
when he was playing the guitar to his grandma.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I cried during that.
Oh wow. That's crazy. So emotional appeal. So vivid language. So they use personal antidotes, they use vivid language, and appeals to, it's very important to the reader's values, right? Or concerns. Go ahead.
You spelled antidotes wrong.
Antidotes. I'm sorry, anecdotes. That's the word, not antidotes. I pronounce it wrong. So personal anecdotes, vivid language, and appeals to the reader's values or concerns fall under pathos. So this is how you persuade someone, not manipulate them, but persuade them. You can show yourself credible, like show that you know what you're talking about. You can involve their emotion, like, you know, tell a story, you know, be descriptive, right? Talk about their values and concerns. They do this a lot in preaching. You know, people start crying when people are preaching and stuff like that, you know, because they are speaking with the person. They may probably give in a testimony and something like that. That's pathos, emotion, right? And then the last one, which is one of the strongest. I mean, I shouldn't say one of the strongest. It's among all of them together makes it good. And that's the logical appeal. Logical appeal. So logical appeal just basically talks about, anyone want to guess what I mean by logical appeal? That's logos. What do you mean?
Using logic, your brain.
Using logic, exactly. Using facts, right? Data, tables, numbers, right? To convince you, right? And so they do this a lot when they're trying to compare Michael Jordan to LeBron James, who is the greatest of all time. They use numbers, stats,
Yeah.
you know.
I really don't think he is.
They use numbers, they use stats, they use, you know,
Stop talking about
they use all these things, right? And so you can't really debate against numbers. So They call it a logical appeal. So it relies on logical reasoning, right? And evidence to support the arguments. So all type of statistics, facts, and a well constructed reasoning to contribute to the credibility of the essay. All right. So logic. So we're using data. We're using, science, math. We're using charts, and we're using numbers, statistics, right, to prove what we say is actually right. And inside of your writing, if you wanna make an argument, you can talk about, if you know some stats, offhand, if you know some convincing statistics that you could give, that's a way to persuade, right? That's a way to convince.
So,
Yes, go ahead.
so I think I might have forgotten to send me. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. T. I think you forgot to send me the solutions for 2014.
2014, okay. All right. Thank you. Chai, what do we mean by ethos? Chai, where's Chai? Kiana from Chai.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What do we mean by ethos?
To appeal to a credible and authority of the writer.
Okay. And Dion, what do we mean by pathos?
The emotion the reader creates to connect the emotion the reader creates to connect personally.
Okay, good. So that's emotional appeal. And Latavia, what do we mean by logos?
To rely on logical reasoning and evidence to support the argument.
Very good. Sayana, you said 2014?
Yeah, so
Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So we know how to persuade, right? So let's continue on in
Mr. Batty,
go ahead.
could I lay out the study for my exams for tomorrow?
Did you send me your work?
Yeah, sir. Not this one though.
All of the maths?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so another part of so another component of persuasive writing is that they might address a counter argument. So when I say a counter argument, that means like not only are they focusing on their point of view, but they might talk about like what other persons might, believe, or what other persons might think concerning what they're saying, right? We call that addressing counter arguments. So consideration, just right, talk about that consideration of counter arguments, spell it wrong. So a counter argument is basically an argument that goes against what you're trying to say. So someone might say, "Oh, I believe that, let me see if I can think of something. I believe that, Batman was better than Avengers," and you're trying to show that Avengers is better. So one of the counter arguments might be, so are you trying to say that if you're trying to persuade people that Avengers was the best superhero movie, and the counter argument to that would be, no, it's not the Avengers saga, it's the Batman trilogy. So that's a counter argument to what you're saying. So you may want to consider that in whatever you're writing, or someone may say, you might try to make the argument that the reason why crime is so high is because of poverty, right? And someone may say, no, I think the reason why crime is high is because of lack of, a strong, a strong family structure. So you can go back and forth on those different counter arguments and what you want to say. Or you might want to say that you believe that the main industry should change from tourism to farming. And a counter argument to that would be, hey, no, it shouldn't be changed from tourism to farming. It should stay to tourism, or it should go to banking. So those are counter arguments to what you're saying. So you have to, sometimes in trying to persuade, you have to address any counter arguments that someone may have, right? So that's very important. So persuasive essays acknowledge opposing views, opposing viewpoints, right? And addresses the counter arguments and we do that. You address the counter arguments because you want to strengthen the overall persuasiveness of the essay. So you want the reader to think that you know what you're saying, and you want the reader to actually be convinced. And so what you have to do is you have to look at opposing views. Like, you can't just ignore them, because in the back of the reader mind, they're like, hey, I hear what you're saying, but I know people that say this and I know people that say that. So what do you say concerning those things? And so addressing opposing views is very important. The next part is you want to have engaging language. So engaging language. And so you want to engage the reader. So you want them to feel that, they're understanding what you're saying, so you don't want to make it too sophisticated and too complex that they don't understand what you're saying. At the same time, you don't want to make it too simple that they don't believe that you are credible. So it has to be clear and has to be engaging, right? So persuasive essays use languages that captivate the reader. It employs rhetorical devices and creates a persuasive tone. So that's what I mean by engaging in language. So you have a persuasive tone, you sound like you're trying to convince them, and you're clear and they understand what you're talking about. All right, good. All right, so we're gonna move on to the graded exercise before we go. All right, so can we move on to the grade exercise?
Yes, sir.
I'm still
No,
writing.
sir.
I'm still writing on paper.
Still writing?
Yes, sir.
Still writing,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay, so for those who are still writing, obviously I'm gonna, if you're still writing, then I'm gonna take a screenshot of the work and put in the chat. All right, so let's move on to the grade exercise. So grade exercise is gonna be very simple, nothing deep. Exercise number.
Yeah, it wasn't finished right.
Good. Take a picture. Sorry, a picture of the work is placed inside the chat for those who are not finished. So write true or false based on the questions that we have. So true or false. Let me change the color of this so you can see it. Good. So write true or false. I'm only giving you 6 of them. So write true or false based on, the answers that we have. Make sure to write the question down, please. All right, so write down the question. But write true or false, or circle true or false for the right one. Okay. Good. All right, good. Write true or false, circle rather, true or false for these. It's only 6 of them that I gave you. Again, circle true or false for the right one. Again, For the grade exercise, you're gonna circle either true or false based on the question that they gave you. Circle true or false. All right. All right, again, write true or circle true or false for the correct one. Again, circle true or false. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. But Johnny, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2, okay. Angel, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2, and Bethany, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2, Clermont, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2, Prashawn, you have a question?
Yes, I can see the screen. Can you send it in the chat?
Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Sabria, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Stacy, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Gianna, what number are you on?
4. Number 4.
Number 4. Kiyashni, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Say it again.
Number 2.
Number 2, okay. All right. Rai, what number are you on?
I'm still writing the notes.
Okay. Aliyah Star, what number are you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. And Kema, what number are you on? Hey Ma, what number you on?
Sir?
What number you on?
Number 4.
Janelle, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4, okay. And Rashad, what number you on?
Number 1.
Number 1, okay. Shion, what number you on?
4.
4, okay. And Shekinah, what number you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Badi.
Go ahead.
If I leave the class, it's because my laptop on 2% and I don't have my charger.
There's a charger.
I must leave it in school.
You have to be more responsible than that, Ricardo. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kevin, what number are you on?
Number 6, sir.
Number 6, okay. All right, remember, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Sienna, was there anyone that you had to correct? That's Sienna. Sienna, where's Sienna? Yeah, Claremont, what number are you on?
Number 5.
Number 5, okay. All right, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Thank you, Gianna. I have Gianna work. I have Letitia work. Still waiting on the others. The first one says true or false. The second, all of them are just true or false questions. So once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Alrighty. Ricardo, what number are you on? Natalia? Not Natalia. Ricardo, what number are you on? Not that from Ricardo. Janelle, what number are you on? Janelle? Where's Janelle?
Number 6.
Number 6, okay.
Question, Mr. T.
Yeah?
Someone asking if they could just put the answer.
No, definitely not. Andrew, you know better than that? Come on. You can't just put the answer. You write down. Why are you always looking for a shortcut? Why are you always looking for a shortcut, Andrew? Come on, just write down the thing. It's literally only 6. It was 10. All right.
Larry.
Sienna, you can go. All right, let's go over the answers. All right. So let's go over the answers. All right. So it says, number 1, true or false? True or false? Ethos and persuasive writing involves appealing to the writer's credibility and authority to enhance persuasive impact. True or false? What y'all have for that one?
True.
True.
I put true.
That's true. Very good. Number 2, pathos relies on logical reasoning and evidence to create an emotional connection with the reader.
I put false for that.
False.
False.
Why you say
False.
false? Why you say false?
That's
Why?
true.
Someone say that's true. Someone says true or false. What you think it is? Chai, you said false. Why you say false? Chai.
Because pathos doesn't rely on logic. It relies on emotion.
Very good. Very good. Pathos does not rely on logic. Pathos relies on emotion. So that gotta be false. So number 2 is false. All right. So please be careful of that. Number 2 is false. So because pathos is emotion, right? And it doesn't apply on rely on no logical appeal. So number 2 is false. How many persons got that right for number 2?
I did.
I did.
All right, good. And number 3. Number 3 says, logos is a type of persuasive appeal, involves using personal anecdotes and vivid language to engage the reader's emotion.
I put false for that.
Yeah, that's definitely false. Definitely false. Clearly false.
False.
True or false? Consideration of counter arguments is an important element in persuasive essays, helping to strengthen the overall persuasiveness of the argument.
True.
I put true.
That is
True.
true. That is
I
true.
put true for that.
That is true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Number 5, engaging language in persuasive essays involve using rhetorical techniques and creating a persuasive tone to capture the reader's attention.
True.
That's true. That is true. And number 6, pathos is an emotional appeal, can be achieved through appeals to the reader's values or concerns.
True.
That is true. Very good.
True.
That is good. If you have taken a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, you can leave. Anyone got 6 out of 6 before I say that? Anyone got all right?
Yes, sir, I did.
I got all right.
I
All right, very good. Anyone else got all right on only those 4 persons?
I did,
I
Mr.
did.
P.
I got all
I did.
All right.
Good night, Mr. P. And said you.
Anyone got 1 wrong? 1 wrong?
I get 1 wrong.
1 wrong, okay.
I get 1 wrong.
1 wrong, okay. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Good night, Miss Petit.
All right.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night,
Good
Mr.
night.
P.
Good night as well. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Batum.
Good night, Sabria. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Make sure do not leave until you have all the work completed.
I finished the work, Mr. Petit. I
All right.
sent it.
All right, Malik, you can go.
Good night.
Good night, Malik.
I sent you my work, Mr. Petit.
All right, you can go, Malia.
I sent you mine
Good
too.
night.
Good night, Latavia.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, Joseph.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I sent you my work.
Good night as well.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I sent in all my work.
Good night as well.
So you get by the taking me done, all right?